إن تدخين من الاستباب من الناس من السكن التي كنا يعلم الطائرة والخليج المبارك السلامة ومحترم الاستباء أتمنى أن تكون شكرا.
Springtime, which is during March, April and May. Very beautiful weather. You can see the green color all over Jordan, especially mountains. The green color from grass color and tree colors. The weather during this season is very beautiful. The temperature average is around 20 degrees Celsius.
Jericho is very important city during the history period. that it is the oldest city in the whole world, around 10,000 years. 10,000 years, the age of Jericho, what we are going to visit. The most important production here in Jericho is the date, kurma. You can see that here in our right side and left side, you have, this is a new plantation for dates. It's a new project here in Jericho, okay, to produce the new dates production, what we have it here in Jericho. Inshallah, last day, when we are coming back towards to Jordan, we will stop here in Jericho to buy some dates, okay? Don't buy dates today. Inshallah, last day after 2 days and Monday, we will come back here again to Jericho to buy the dates. If you want to buy something else, we will do it. But the most important thing just to understand, we are coming here to a border. This border leads us inside Jericho, okay, inside the Palestinian territory. Inside Palestinian territory. Because in the Oslo agreement, when Yasser Arafat and Israel, they signed the agreement, in the Oslo agreement, they gave the first two cities to Yasser Arafat is two cities. One is Jericho and the second one is Gaza. After that, they start to give him more land, okay, what we have it, what we call it today, West Bank land, like Ramallah, like Nablus, like Hebron, all these cities, they give that to Yasser Arafat after Gaza and Jericho. Jericho is a Palestinian city now. You can see that here where we are now driving. This is Jericho. The population of Jericho is coming around 30,000 inhabitants here in Jericho. We have a Christian community living here in Jericho because that's related to Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam. As you know, all of us also, a Muslim, we believe in Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam. That's why the Christian people, they are coming here to visit what Isa alayhi salam he did here in Jericho when he healed the handicapped person here in Jericho. Because in our tradition and also in the Quran, it's written that Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, he raised up people from the dead. He can heal the blind man, the handicapped, okay, and the person that he cannot speak. All this healing from Isa alayhi salam in the word of God, in the word of Allah Azza wa Jal. Okay, Allah Azza wa Jal, he say in the Quran, okay, إنك تشفي الأكمع والأبرص بإذني. Without the word of Allah Azza wa Jal, you cannot raise anybody from the dead. You cannot heal anybody from his sickness. This is according to the word of Allah Azza wa Jal. Here we continue our driving in Jericho. You will see here a lot of plantation. The rest, the fruit and vegetables, you can find it here in Jericho because those fruits what we have here is cultivated bio cultivation here in Jericho. And we say Jericho is the oldest city in the world, 10,000 years old. We have here several evidence about the ancient city in the world, around 10,000 years old, Jericho. And also we say Jericho is the gate to the West Bank, because all the people that you saw in the border, the Palestinian people, this is the only gate for them to come to the Holy Land. There are no another border. Let the people coming from outside Palestine to Palestine except this border, and all of them, they must come here to Jericho, and from Jericho they can go everywhere to the West Bank area. Soon we will come close to the city center of Jericho. The city center of Jericho is a small city center. was a small city until before several of years they start to say that they want to build here industrial area. A lot of people, they come to buy land here in Jericho, and the prices of the land raised up, and the economy of Jericho also raised up, because here we have a lot of international organizations supporting the economy of Palestine. All the cars, what you can see it here is Palestinian cars. You can see that from the plate. They have white and green plate. You can see a green and white plate. That means Palestinian cars. After we get our lunch, we drive to Jerusalem. You don't see all these cars. You can see this plate more. You will see only yellow plate. That means this is Israeli cars. Okay. Here we are now in the city center of Jericho. One of the famous production here in Jericho is banana. Yeah, small banana. And sweet. You can see that here also in front of us. Here in Jericho you find a lot of citrus trees. We have it. Banana, fruit, vegetables, all that cultivated here in Jericho. It depends with the shops, and I will inform you all the time which currency you can use during our journey. We will go directly to the second floor upstairs. You can get your meal. There are open buffet there. You can get your meal. You can get what you want to eat. And after that, after you finish your meal, you will come down, because we want to drive backwards to the hotel. You have 45 minutes to get your lunch. Okay friends, 45 minutes to get your lunch, because after that we must leave. Please be on time, because we have a long journey inside the Masjid Al-Aqsa. We have a long journey inside the Masjid Al-Aqsa. As I told you last day, you can make a shopping.
What's that? Cable car?
Cable car going, taking the Christian people up to the Mount of Temptation. We'll speak about that in Monday. Monday we will come back here to speak about the cable car, to speak about the whole area of Jericho. Yalla, Bismillah. When you come down, please, we will go upstairs to the second floor to get our meal. Here the gentleman, he will give you a special ticket, okay? This is discount for the shopping here if you want to get a beauty cream or something. The people of Palestine, they moved from their homeland. The first one in 1948, when the Israelis, they moved the Palestinian people from the western side of Palestine, near the coast, to the east. They went to Jordan, they went to Syria, Lebanon. Okay, this is what we call it, the first exile for the Palestinian people outside Palestine in 1948. 1967, we have the second war between the Arab army and the Muslim army against Israel, and the Arab and Palestine and the Islamic army, they lose this war against Israel. And in this moment started the second exile for the Palestinian inside the West Bank land. As you can see here, we have in front of us directly the United Nations School. You can find that here in front of us. United Nations School. That's belong to Aqbat Jabr. It's called this area Aqbat Jabr. The United Nations schools belong to the Palestinian people who study here in Jericho from this refugee camp. Before several of days, 1 month ago, the teacher, they make a strike here against the government that they don't get the money. And the children, they use 1 month of their studies here in Palestine. In our left side hand, you can see one of the hotels here in Jericho. It's called the Intercontinental. Now they change it to Oasis. In Jericho, we have 3 springs of water to supply Jericho with water. Jericho in the middle of the desert. Now, inshallah, in our way, you can see that we have a lot of way, a long way, and we have a lot of stations related to the Christianity and Islam. One of them, Maqam Nabi Musa alayhi salam, inshallah, we will visit that at the end of the tour. In our right side hand here, we can see one of the settlement, Israeli settlement near Jericho. It's called Bered Jericho, the flower of Jericho. Israeli settlement, yes. And here we have Israel army camp at the beginning of Jericho, at the entrance of Jericho. I will show you now a sign. You will see this sign. Each time that you're coming inside the Palestinian territory land, you will see a sign. Okay? I will say to Mr. Kamal to make a round and a roundabout to see this sign. If the car who's standing there is a police, we cannot do these things. We can, it's police car. It's no problem. We will do that inshallah tomorrow when we're going to Hebron. Hello. مرحبا. تمام. مين بيحكي معي؟ مين؟ أصلاً اتصلت عليكم كم مرة بسجل التليفون بوجهي. أيوة 10 مرات بفرجيك 10 مكالمات اجت عندكم برن وبسكر التليفون. لا اتصلتوا عليها بفرجيك الرقم لما أوصلت. نفس الرقم، مش مشكلة حبيب قلبي. مش مشكلة يا عمي، مش مشكلة حبيبي. إن شاء الله أنا 20 دقيقة بكون عندك بالضبط إن شاء الله. إذا مش هنسمع في الطريق بدنا نسوي تشيك إن وبعدين
Kang Pasawit. Kang Pasawit eh.
لو سمحت. نعمل تشيك إن عادي. حبيب قلبي شكرا.
Taxi eh.
Ya tu taksi. Oh, taksi dah tu. Tak ada lepas. Oh, taksi.
In our left side, this is the Dead Sea area.
Taksi ni.
Dead Sea area. The Dead Sea area, what we have it here, okay, that's what we call it, the Sea of Lut. The Sea of Sayyidina Lut alayhi salam. According to the Quran, Allah Azza wa Jal, He made the punishment of Qawm Lut when He raised them up in the heaven and He threw them down in the valley. That's why we have this elevation 420 meters below the sea level. Inshallah, tomorrow, when we are going to visit Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam, we will speak about this story again. During our journey, I will use also some verses from the Injil and Torah, okay, to make the relationship between the, okay, just to put their legs in Jerusalem. Imagine when they buy a small house, 60 meters, with a $22 million. Who support this money? From where? From the Jewish organization abroad, because they say this is our country, this is the promised land for us. But Allah Azza wa Jal, He's saying, and it's correct, I choose you as a chosen people. But after you make the whole sin, I take that from you and I give that to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Kuntum khayra ummatin, is related to the Christian history, what we call the chapel of the ascension of Isa alayhi salam, where Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, he ascended up to the heaven from the top of Mount of Olives. Have a look here please. On our right side we have a sign, it's called, it's written above it, Ramallah. All the signs here in Israel and also in Palestine is written in three languages: Hebrew in the top, Arabic and English. All the street sign and also the location sign is written with the three languages to let the people know where they are going. If you are Hebrew, you can read Hebrew. If you are Arabic, you can read Arabic. If you are from abroad, you can read that in English, the international language, what we have it here. We will speak about the education also today, inshallah, when we go into the Masjid al-Aqsa, because we have two schools, Sharia school inside the Masjid al-Aqsa. Here in our left side, here you can see this is the industrial area of the settlement what's called Ma'ali Adumim. Have a look where is the building at the top of the mount. This is the area of Ma'ali Adumim. The population of Ma'ali Adumim coming to around 80,000 inhabitants living here in this settlement. Today it's not considered as a settlement, it's considered as a municipality alone here in the eastern side of the mountains of Jerusalem, what we call Jerusalem Desert. As you saw, our desert, what we have here, we don't have sandy dunes, we have only dry land. These days you can see that we have a green land. Okay, this is green grass what we have it here. Allah Azza wa Jal, He sent before 3 days a good quantity of rain, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. First of all, that we have all this rain here in Jerusalem. All the houses at the top of the mount, it's a continuation of the settlement of Ma'ali Adumim. Originally, if we want to drive to Jerusalem, we must drive straight ahead, continuously straight ahead, until we reach a Palestinian village. It's called there Al-Izariya. But after year 2000, after they built the separation wall, they split the country for two sections, Israel and Palestine, and now we are using this road going to the right side. Originally this road is called road number 1, call it Jerusalem Jericho Road. Jerusalem Jericho Road. We can find it at here where we are now driving. Gaza, 12 with Gaza, 14 with Gaza, 16, Allahu A'lam. Okay, now we are coming here to the tunnel under the Mount of Olives. What I want you to see after this tunnel, inshallah, the most beautiful view, what we waiting for, all of us we're waiting for this view to see. تعال بس تاخذنا على مسلك الشمال.
ايش حبيبي؟
تاخذ على مسلك الشمال عشان المنظر يستمر.
عشان الصفراء.
ايوه. All of you please have a look to our left side. Left side all of you, and you can say Allahu Akbar. Here you can see the Dome of the Rock, the Golden Dome, the ascension place of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Other one is Masjid al-Aqsa with a grey dome. That's the area of Jerusalem where we can find Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Dome of the Rock. Okay? All these areas called East Jerusalem. East Jerusalem. All that Palestinian people who's living here. عليك. Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam, what Allah Azza wa Jalla say about Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, وَمَا كَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمًا يَهُودِيًّا وَلَا نَصْرَانِيًّا وَلَكِنْ كَانَ حَنِيفًا مُسْلِمًا. That means we have Islam before Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. All the Anbiya, they are Muslim. Okay? From Adam alayhi salam until Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. All of them, they are Muslim. Okay? That's why Allah Azza wa Jalla, He saying, وَمَا كَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمًا يَهُودِيًّا وَلَا نَصْرَانِيًّا وَلَكِنْ كَانَ حَنِيفًا مُسْلِمًا. Okay, that means he's a Muslim. And why Allah Azza wa Jalla, He give this ayah in the Quran? Because the Jewish people, they say that Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, he is a Jewish, and his wife, Sarah, she is Jewish, and she was pregnant with Ishaq alayhi salam, and he is a Jewish. Okay, and he offered his son above this rock as a Jewish. Okay, and in this moment, Allah Azza wa Jalla, He gives the ayah, وَمَا كَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمًا يَهُودِيًّا وَلَا نَصْرَانِيًّا وَلَكِنْ كَانَ حَنِيفًا مُسْلِمًا. Okay, that means we must understand what we have in the Quran to connect that what we have it here in the floor. Now, this ayah show us the conflict that we have here between the Jewish people and the Muslim people. Because the Jewish people, they say, Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, he offered his son from the Jewish lady, Sarah, above the threshing floor of the Canaanite temple. But we say, according to the Islam, that Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, he offered his son Ishaq alayhi salam in Makkah. Sorry, Ismail alayhi salam in Makkah. But why we say Ismail alayhi salam, not Ishaq? Because when I read some books, it's written that Ibrahim, he offers his son Ishaq in Makkah. It's not correct. Okay? Because he chose his adult son. As you know, Ibrahim alayhi salam, he don't get children until he get married with Siti Hajar. He get the first son. Okay? And in this moment, the Jewish people, they say, yeah, he get the son from the slave lady, from the Amma. Okay? But when the angels, they came to Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, and he told them, don't worry, we are going to destroy the city of Qawm Lut alayhi salam. Okay? And in this moment, the Malaika, they say to Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, your wife, Sarah, she will be pregnant from the word of God. Okay? And in this moment, she say, how can I be pregnant and I am an old lady? Allah, He need that. Kun fayakun. And in this moment, they say, this means Ishaq is mentioned in the Quran. This means they offer him in Makkah. This is not true. We know that Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, when he took Siti Hajar alayhi salam and her son Ishaq, Ismail, they moved her to Makkah, and what's written in the Quran? I left my family in the empty valley, okay, near your blessed house, and the BAITULMAQDIS. Okay, let some people coming near them, okay, to help them and to support them. And also, when you're going to Makkah today, it's an empty valley, dry rocks, everything is dry there. But the house of God is there.
رب إني أسكنت من ذريتي بواد غير ذي زرع عند بيتك المحرم.
Okay, this is the ayah from the Quran. In this moment, you understand that what Allah Azza wa Jal, He chose this place in Makkah. Siti Hajar, she asked Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, oh Prophet of God, Allah Azza wa Jal, He told you to leave me here in the empty valley? He said, yes. He said, in that, yes, I accept the word of God, because she believes in God very, very well. If I say that to my wife today, she tell me, yeah, go alone. Go there alone, I don't need that. Okay? But she is the wife of the Nabi. And the wife of the Nabi, she get the correct message from Allah Azza wa Jal, and she grow her son to believe in her, in his father. when Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, he came to his son, okay, and he told him, I saw in my dream that I kill you. What you say about that? You left me several of years, me and my mom alone here in the desert, and you are with your children there, and you are happy there. Okay, and now you say you want to kill me? No, I don't want. But his mother, she grew him according to the word of God. That's why when Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, he told him, I want to offer you for Allah Azza wa Jal, okay, what is the answer came? افعل ما تأمر ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين. Do what Allah Azza wa Jal He give you, and I am the slave of God. That's it. Now I give you here this two history because we are in the specific place here, and this is the touch between us as a Muslim and the Jews. Because the Jews, they say, okay, in this place, Sayyidina Sulaiman alayhi salam, he built the temple, okay, and in year 586, Nebuchadnezzar, he came and he damaged the temple. But how come Sayyidina Sulaiman alayhi salam, he built the temple, okay, and he's a Muslim? Temple, that means pagan belief. If you want to use the term temple, this means pagan belief, worshipping idols. But we know that Sayyidina Sulaiman alayhi salam, he built here a masjid in the ruins of another masjid. That means it was here a masjid before, what we call Masjid al-Aqsa. Who built the Masjid al-Aqsa? When we speak about Masjid al-Aqsa, what that means Aqsa? Aqsa in the Arabic language, that means far away. Far away from what? From Mecca. We need 1 month walking distance from Mecca to BAITULMAQDIS here. Again, I will give you another ayah from the Quran. لإلى في قريش إلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف. That means the Jewish people of the pagan people of Quraysh, they have two journeys. One to Bilad al-Sham, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, and Palestine, and one to Yemen. Trading, business. Now, you know that we have here a masjid before. After 40 years that Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, he built the Kaaba, he built Sayyidina Yaqub alayhi salam, his grandson, he built the Masjid al-Aqsa. When he built the Masjid al-Aqsa here, okay, Sayyidina Sulaiman alayhi salam, after him came with his father, Sayyidina DAUD alayhi salam, and he built here another masjid. What's written in Surah Al-Naml? It's written that Sayyidina Sulaiman alayhi salam, he's standing with his stick, watching the jinn that they are working, okay? And what's written there?
He died.
That means there are nothing proved to the jinn that Sayyidina Sulaiman alayhi salam, he passed away until the insect came inside the stick of Sayyidina Sulaiman, make a hole inside, and in this moment he fell down. What that means? That means the jinn, they don't know the future. Allah Azza wa Jal, He wants to prove for all the people who believe in jinn. The jinn, they don't know the proof, they don't know the future. Because how come? Sayyidina Sulaiman alayhi salam, he take care of the jinn, and he catch them like that in his hand. And then this one, I want to make wudu. Okay, friends. Ustad, you want to make wudu or not?
No.
Okay, ladies going there, men here. The people who want to make wudu, come with me.
Siapa yang nak duduk ikut ni.
Itu siapa? Ah, jom.
Wudu, wudu. Azza wa Jal without any connection. Some people they say that Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, according to the Christian faith, that he was crucified, third day that he raised up from the death, 40 days, in the day number 40 he ascended up to the heaven. According to our faith, the Islamic faith, that Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, he ascended directly to the heaven according to the ayah from the Quran al-Kareem, وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ وَلَكِنْ شُبَّهَ لَهُمْ وَرَفَعَهُ اللَّهُ إِلَيْهِ. Okay, this is some verses from the Quran related to what's happened with Isa alayhi salam. Inshallah, all our journey will speak about the Quran, because this is our kitab. Then we want to speak about the Injil and also about the Torah, to show you that we have some people that are making mistake. We must also know what's going on with other religions, like the Jewish, what they say about the place, and what the Muslim they say about this place, and what also the Christians saying about the place. In this area here, we're driving in the valley, what we call it Wadi al-Juz, or what we call it the biblical name for this area. It's called Kidron Valley. Kidron Valley is mentioned in the Old Testament and also in the New Testament, if you want to follow the Injil and the Torah. Yesterday, as I told you, we entered Jerusalem from Herod's Gate, or what we call it in Arabic Bab al-Zahira, the flower gate. And also today, inshallah, we will see one of the gates in Jerusalem. In our left side, this is Bukit Zaytun, Jabal al-Zaytun.
Just here to take
In the top of Mount of Olives, we have three main churches. This is the tower what we saw that from our way from Jericho to Jerusalem. The first one, what we have it in our left side with a big tower. That's what we call Augusta Victoria. There is called Augusta Victoria. It's built in the 1889 in the hand of the Wilhelm II, the German Caesar. He built it as okay. This is a Muslim kubur here on our right side. Here you can see in our right side we have a gate lead us in to the old city Jerusalem, what we call Lion's Gate, or what we call it also Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad, Tribes Gate, Garden Gethsemane. This is where the soldiers they arrested Isa alayhi salam according to the Christian faith. Upstairs we have the Golden Onion Domes. This is Russian church. It's called Maria Magdalena. Above it we have another church. It's called Dominus Flevit, the Crying of the Lord. Downstairs in the valley we have Christian Mazar, Christian cemetery. Now all this kuburan, what we have it here in our right side, this is Yahudi kuburan. This is Yahudi kuburan. Kuburan Yahudi. All that kuburan Yahudi. from the top of the mount until the valley down.
Oh, tanya same ni.
That's Kubur al-Yahudi. Because the Yahudi, they believe that at the end of the days, they will get to the area of the judgment without any hisab. They will go directly to the paradise. In our right side, have a look please in our right side. Right. That's the Masjid al-Aqsa, the continuation of the Masjid al-Aqsa. That's from the south. Downstairs we have the Marwani Mosque. All these ruins, what we have it here, that's related to the Umayyad Empire, Bani Umayyah.
Sini. Ni batu-batu ni. Waktu
The dome what we have it here, that's what we call the Southern Mosque. Down below we have the old Aqsa. Inshallah today afternoon we will visit this
baru mayat sampai pasang.
mosque again. Here we have the Moroccan gate where we can find the Wailing Wall, or what we call the Al-Buraq Wall. Now inshallah we will leave our bus in a few minutes in a parking lot, and then we will go to
Bendera Israel.
visit Maqam of Nabi DAUD alayhi salam.
Israel flag.
West Bank kan? West Bank. No.
Israeli flag,
East.
they get the house
West
here.
Bank. Boleh diam lah.
This is the continuation of the wall of Jerusalem. فوق عمي فوق نزل. طلعنا فوق وشو اسمه بتصل عليك تجيني على المحطة التحتانية، محطة الباصات. Friends, we will leave our bus now here, okay? Just a few minutes to visit the Maqam of Nabi Dawud alayhi salam.
المحطة دي كيف؟
بتنزلنا هون وبتستناني هون تحت، بحكي معك تليفون، تجينا محطة الباص التحتانية. بلاش يجي بلدية ولا شيء. Wadi Jahannam.
Why give that?
Valley of Hinnom. What we call Hinnom Valley. Hinnom Valley is Wadi Jahannam.
Oh, Wadi Jahannam.
Yes, Wadi Jahannam
Bismillah.
is in the Judaism, also in Christianity, also in Islam.
Wadi Jahannam.
Because the end of the days, when Allah Azza wa Jal, He put the Sirat al-Mustaqim,
Ihdina siratal mustaqim.
okay, the people who don't get to the Sirat al-Mustaqim, they will fall down in Wadi Jahannam. Okay? This why we call this area Wadi Jahannam.
Tekan je, jangan gegar.
The Zabura, okay, that's the Zabur, and also what we call it Mazamir. Because when Sayyidina Daud alayhi salam, he read the Zabur, it's like songs. My brother, he asked me inside the tomb, why we have music instrument, okay, above the tomb, covering the tomb, correct? You have guitar, okay, and you have a different kind of instrument. Because they thought that Nabi Daud alayhi salam, he making music when he reading the Zabur, what we call it in English psalms. This is in the Kitab Muqaddas of the Christian and the Jews. They call it psalms. That's what we call it Mazamir. Mazamir Daud alayhi salam. Now inshallah we are driving here in this road, what we call it Hebron Road. Hebron Road, we do pilgrimage to Makkah. They should come, the train take them from here. Have a look here, we have another train station from the British Mandate. In our right side, in the British Mandate, we have this train station. Take the people from Jerusalem to Jaffa, from Jaffa to Haifa, from Haifa to the Sea of Galilee, Tiberias, from Tiberias to Jordan, from Jordan going down to Makkah and Medina. This is what we call Tariq al-Hijaz. Tariq al-Hijaz originally started from Istanbul, Syria, Lebanon, Haifa, Tiberias, Jordan, living in this house. Okay. Also, during our journey in this road, you will see more houses belong to the Arab people before 1948. As I told you, if you have a look at our left side, as I told you, the Jewish people, they built the houses orderly, that because they have one complex, they built the houses as a huge complex and a huge project. That's why all the houses similar here in this area. The decoration, this is typical Islamic decoration what we have it here.
عن طريق رياض أربعة.
أول شيء نروح على الحنحول، بعدين أشرف، بعدين
لو تخلي
على
حنحول بالرجعة.
لا،
آه.
بدي أخلص من الكروت اللي غدا.
كم مطعم المدرسة.
أيوه.
إن شاء الله.
Here also you can see that in our left side, what is the green windows. The green windows, this green windows. Also, before here also on our right side, this house, they use it today as a praxis.
putih.
West Bank and Jerusalem.
West Bank kan?
West Bank, inside the building, what we have it inside the wall, that's the West Bank, and here we are in Israel. In a few minutes, we will come to the border checkpoint to cross to the West Bank again. This area what we have here is called Beit Jala, it's a Christian area, Christian neighborhood. All the Christian people they are living here in this area. On our left side, it's called Beit Jala. Here again, you can see in the both sides of the street we have the Palestinian area. When you get outside from the Palestinian area, you see you should passing through a security check in our left side. One by one, car by car. Now we start to go up the mountains more and more high level until we reach around 1,000 meters above the sea level. Imagine yesterday we were down in the around 300 meters below the sea level. Today we are coming to 1,000 meters above the sea level. Now all this land that we have surrounding us is belong to the Palestinian people. This area is called Zone C, Area C. Area A full control Palestinian territory like Hebron, Jericho, Gaza, Ramallah, Nablus, Jenin, all that, Qalqilia, Tulkarem, all that cities and villages is Palestinian territory. That means they have police, they have army, they have everything there. Zone B, Palestinian land, West Bank land. The territory, just to understand, this wall, what we have it in our left side, also a separation, part of the separation wall between Israel and West Bank. But you can tell me we are in the West Bank already. It's correct. But this road is ruled by Israel. Maintaining, it's from Israel. Maintaining the road, electricity, everything belong to Israel. All this huge grape farms, what we have it here, is related to the Palestinian people. You can see that here, Angur plantation, here, all this area. And just to know, the best Angur in the whole world, you can find it only here. The grape in the whole world, you don't find like this grape. A special grape, because the land is different, the quality of the grape is different, okay? And also don't forget, Allah Azza wa Jal, He gave the barakah in this area. The barakah is not only for the human being, and also the barakah is coming to the animal, to the land, to the plantation area. Downstairs we have the area of Al-Khadr, Palestinian village. It's called Al-Khadr, after the Sayyidina Al-Khadr alayhi salam, the teacher of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam. You can see the weather is changing because the elevation has changed already, because coming higher. Let us speak a little bit about Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam before we are coming to the tomb of Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam. As you know, Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, he came from Ur, from Iraq. And he came all the way until he reached the area of Beersheba, the 7 springs. And in this moment, he started to live in this area of Beersheba, and after that he moved to Hebron. In Hebron, he bought the land from the people who own the land in Hebron, that's the Canaanites. After that, he bought another land to make it as a cemetery. Now that's not clear, because they want to show the settlement in the both sides of the road. In our right side we have Daniel settlement. In our left side must be Efrat settlement, Efrat North. Here Daniel in our right side. Days, just in this junction here, more than 30 people was killed here in this area. Okay, only this junction, more than 30 people was killed here in this area. That's why we have a lot of army here. All this area here surrounding us, right and left, we have a lot of grape plantation. You see how all this grape plantation from the trunk itself of the tree, which is short because they're hanging the grape in a special bars. Now you can see that we don't have a lot of leaves above it or branches because they're cutting these branches and they make it a little bit later when you cut the branches of the grape to become a little bit late and a good holding until December. This means if you are coming here in November until the beginning of December, you will find in the market grape. That's one of the techniques to get grape until the winter time. In front of us, in our left side hand, we can see a Palestinian refugee camp. The people who's living in this refugee camp originally they coming from the area of Beit Jibrin, not far away from Tel Aviv. This area we got Al-Arub refugee camp. As you can see, we have only here one entrance for this. You see the army, they block the entrance of the refugee camp. There are one entrance only for this refugee camp. If this army police standing here in the entrance, that means nobody can get outside or inside the refugee camp. The people of Hebron, they are working in the field. They are also farmers, and also they have a special work to cut the stones. Have a look on the both sides of the street. Limestone. They cut this limestone and they make it with a different shape. And this different shape of limestone, they sell that to the people to build the houses. That's why one of the main production of Hebron is limestone. They export this limestone also to Jordan, and also from Jordan they sell that the Jordanian this limestone to the Arab countries like the Gulf countries as Jordan stone. It's originally from Palestine, from here, from Hebron, or from Ramallah, or from Nablus. Here another time you can see here another refugee camp in our right side. You can see the Israeli tower, watching tower upstairs.
HAJI, can you read something from the Quran?
Each time that they making throwing the sticks to check who want to fall down from this boat, it's coming the time of Yunus alayhi salam. They say this is the Prophet of Allah. How we can throw him from the sea, from the boat down to the sea? Until it came several of time Yunus alayhi salam, and in this moment they recognize that this is a punishment from Allah Azza wa Jal to us because we have Yunus in our boat. They throw him, and the whale came catch him directly. That means we have a special message. Allah Azza wa Jal, He want to prove that to the people of Nineveh. When the fishermen they came back home, what they says to the people of Nineveh, Yunus alayhi salam, he fell down from the boat, and the whale catch him. That means he passed away. But what my brother he read some verse from the Quran in Surah As-Saffat. What Allah Azza wa Jal He say, Allah Azza wa Jal He give to Yunus alayhi salam a special word in his mouth. What is that? The dua. Allah Azza wa Jalla teaching the dua. What is the dua? لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. Allah Azza wa Jalla, He say لولا أنه كان من المسبحين للبث في بطن الحوت إلى يوم يبعثون. That means if he don't make the tasbih and the istighfar, he will stuck in the stomach of the whale until Yawm al-Qiyamah. But he make the excuse for Allah Azza wa Jal, and he make the istighfar until Allah Azza wa Jal, He say to the whale, throw him to the seashore. And after that, what Allah Azza wa Jal He say, وَأَنْبَتْنَا عَلَيْهِ شَجَرَةً مِّن يَقْطِينٍ. That means we put above him a special tree. Why Allah Azza wa Jal He planted above him a special tree? Because this tree, the mosquito and all this kind of animals doesn't coming to the weak skin what have Yunus alayhi salam, until Allah Azza wa Jal He created him very well again, and he came to this area where we are now driving, what we call Halhul. In Halhul he spent 1 full year. That's why we call it Hawlan. When you give the zakah, when you give your zakah, what you are doing, you're waiting 1 full year to give the zakah, correct? And also Yunus alayhi salam, he spent here 1 full year, what we call it Hawlan. That means he stay here 1 full year in this area, and after that he went to Nineveh again, and then this one. He killed here 29 people, and more than 200 people was injured in this massacre. In the corner of the masjid, the Muslim people, they killed this Jewish man. After that they closed the masjid for 6 months. After 6 months they opened it with a new opening and with a new deal. What is this deal? The deal is like that. They opened the masjid the whole year for Muslim and Jewish. The garden, it belongs to the Jewish, and the masjid belongs to the Muslim. 10 days a year the masjid will be open for the Jewish, and 10 days a year the whole complex is for the men. Because we cannot carry all the stuff that you have inside the area of the wedding wall, and after that Masjid Al-Aqsa is very heavy for you. Leave it inside the bus. Tomorrow you can put that together with your luggage.
جهنم.
Yes.
Lembah jahanam.
سمعت النبي داود أحسن لأنه إذا كان مسكر شوية تحت هسه أنا بقول النبي داود أحسن.
هو
يعني بمشي بمشي.
زي ما تقول.
لأنه إذا نزلت تحت وكانت مسكرة بهدلة.
الحين اكبر بهدل يعني ولسه طلعت السلوان
حتكون مسكرة. طلعت سماحة تكون مسكرة. Okay, we will leave now our bus to go to visit the drop wall and after the فوق حسنا نزلنا فوق. نزلنا فوق حاج.
هو؟ بفكر ثاني. سامعك والله فكرتك هون يا أخي.
Okay, now we will leave our bus and we will walk a short distance until we reach the area of Masjid al-Aqsa.
هل تجيب برنامجي معك؟
ولا شيء بس سهل عليك.
وأغراضهم؟
لا راس الباص لا بكره الصبح.
Don't take anything with you. Leave everything inside the bus. Tomorrow morning you will get it. طيب, leave everything inside the bus.
Ya. Ini. Allah. Ya. Morning. Ya, insyaallah jumpa lagi. Allah. Allahumma
Azza wa Jalla until he became to Christianity in Syria, in Damascus. In Syria he became a Christian person. He followed a monk. When we say Salman al-Farisi, he became a Christian, that means not the Christianity what we have it today. Just to know. That's not the Christianity what we have it today. He followed the Christianity of Isa alayhi salam and the followers of Isa alayhi salam. The monk, he said to Sayyidina Salman al-Farisi, radiallahu anh, Salman, I want to tell you, don't believe in the Christianity because it will come a new religion. What's written by us in the book, that it will come a new religion to this area from Arabia. And he came to Arabia and he started to search where is the Nabi. But he said to this monk, oh teacher, if I go there, how can I recognize this is the Prophet or not? If you remember what I told you yesterday in Makkah Madinah, okay? He said to him, take with you 2 buckets. The first one, tell him, this is sadaqah. He will give that to his follower. The second time, he said that, give him as hadiyah. Tell him this is hadiyah for you. He will accept that. Now in this moment, he make these things when he came to Medina. And in the Medina, Sayyidina Salman al-Farisi, what he did, he make the same thing. He start to search the Nabi, and he did that with the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then during the journey with the Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he made the shahada, he said the shahada, and after that, during Ghazwat al-Khandaq, if you remember what's happened there, Sayyidina Salman al-Farisi, he suggests to Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he told him, oh Prophet, Allah Azza wa Jal, he told you to fight inside the Medina or not? He said, no, I make sure between my Sahaba, and they told me, no, let us fight here inside the Medina because behind our rock we have our family and our friends. That's mean we are fighting stronger. In this moment he said to him, I have a suggestion for you, and this suggestion, let us dig a tunnel surrounding the Medina because we have 2 huge mountains. From there we can fight, and also in the backwards of the Medina we have the Jewish, we can make with them a deal, they can close this gate. And it happened that in Ghazwat al-Khandaq they have this war and they dig the tunnel. In our left side hand we have a Greja, a huge church. This area is called Augusta Victoria. Today is a hospital and church. Belong to the German community, what we have it here in Jerusalem. We are here at the top of Bukit Zaytun. We are here around 820 meters above the sea level. We will leave inshallah our bus here, and after that we will walk a short distance until we reach the ascension of Isa alayhi salam. شغل مسجان حج.
ايش يابا؟
شغل مسجان. واصل رئيس الإمارة.
انا بيني وبينك مشغل فيديو.
كمان.
جنبك.
مؤسسة محمد. بتصفن عند أبو زريفة.
ايش يابا؟
بتصفن عند أبو زريفة عند شويكي.
اه.
نزلنا محطة الباص واستنى عند شويكي. إن شاء الله. In our left side we have a hospital. It's called the Amira Basma. This is for the handicapped people. They taking care of the handicapped people here in Jerusalem. In our left side hand we have Al-Maqasid Islamic Hospital. That's one of the private hospital what we have it here in Jerusalem. Let
us leave our bus here in this area, in this parking lot, and let us move to visit the maqam of Salman al-Farisi radiyallahu anhu. Yeah, bismillah. And he's sitting in his palace, he don't do anything. Just he make business for his children. He growing the business of his children. Believe me, if the whole incoming that we can get from abroad, we use that very well using, that we have the biggest economy in the whole world. Here you can see the mountains here, the mountains of Jordan in the horizon below the high buildings. all these sheep and goats belong to the Bedouins who's living here in a desert. It's a very, very nice place, a very nice view. ما شاء الله صار واصل طالع. بسوي يلا بسم الله. يا ربي يلا حجي جم. Today in Jordan. What you have today in Jordan?
Today we are going to Dead Sea. After Dead Sea, Yusha with Nun and Shu'aib alayhi salam. Naam. After that we will go into hotel Al-Manar Hotel في عمان. بعد ذلك بكرة إلى أصحاب الكهف وعلى طول إلى الكوين آيلاند ايربورت.
المطار؟ مدينة ولا مكة؟
مدينة أولا.
يوم مدينة 3.
نعم.
Visit the monastery, what we have it in the top, what we call it Mount of Temptation, because in the Christian belief, they believe that Isa alayhi salam, he was tempted from the devil 3 times. They make for him imtihan. And Allah Azza wa Jal, in the Islam, we don't have these things. In the Islam, we have that Isa alayhi salam, here in Jericho, he healed the handicapped person. As I told you the first day, Allah Azza wa Jal, He gave some miracle to Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, and those miracles, according to the Quran, that he can heal handicapped person, blind man, raise up people from the dead. All these things what we have here according to the Islamic faith. Now, here in our right side we have the Dead Sea production. If you enter the Dead Sea production, our right side. In our left side we can see the area where you can buy dates, kurma and wattin, some fruit, dry fruit you have also here. You have also a lot of things to buy what you want, okay, and take some photos. Outside there in the corner we have a special place that you can get a view for citrus trees. Citrus trees like orange, bommels, mandarin, all that you can find it there down below. A good picture. If you want the ladies, if you want the beauty cream production, you have it downstairs. You can get what you want from the Dead Sea production also downstairs. All that here halal, okay, all halal, all of them Muslim, and you can get the best date inshallah here in this area. Ya Allah, Bismillah. بالكراج محل نوصل دايما. طيب عشان تخلص مع الشباب.
طبعا يعني بركة اروح هم معي.
لا عشان الشباب لانهم بدهم يستلموا هم.
طبعا
هم بدهم يستلموا جروب عشان هيك.
هلا بدهم يستلموا. ولا حكالي هلا. السائل سبع
عشان بحكي لك شد قبلي.
على مين طريقه
رجع من ورا الطريق الفوقانية قصر هشام. Checkpoint is not allowed for you to take any pictures, okay? Be careful, please.
The reason, there is two reasons or three reasons why it is shrinking and becoming smaller. First, it is accepting this water from the Jordan River of Israel because the three countries around, like Jordan, Palestine, Israel, they have big demand for fresh drinkable water. And that's why they are making many dams to collect the rains and to prevent the rains to go to the Dead Sea. Another reason is warm. Morning it was cool in Jerusalem, so always it is warm weather, which means that there is always evaporation and making the water to be less and less, and the level of the Dead Sea goes down every year by 1 meter every year. To solve this problem, they suggest to do channel to link the Red Sea with Dead Sea. The distance is 200 kilometers, so they are suggesting to make water channel to link Dead Sea with Red Sea, to provide the Dead Sea with water to keep standard level, and using the waterfalls to produce energy, and by this energy to produce also fresh drinkable water. But this project is the cost very high, and they are waiting to find countries or to find somebody to invest in this project. Many names were given for this lake from the ancient time. The lake of salt, because of the salt having inside, salty lake, stinky lake. Stinky lake because sometimes in some occasions there is bad smell coming from the Dead Sea. That's why they call it the stinky lake. And also they call it the lake of Nabi Lut alayhi salam. Nabi Lut alayhi salam, he was the nephew of Nabi Ibrahim, and they were living together in Hebron. And when they became big families and they got a lot of animals, so they decided to split. And Nabi Lut alayhi salam, he took his animals and his families, and he went south of the Dead Sea, southeast, and he chose the place of Sodom and Gomorrah to live there. Of course, you know the story about Lut, that they were kafara, they were homosexual, never listening to Nabi Lut alayhi salam, calling them to have the faith to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to let Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to behave themselves, and to act as ordinary people, but nobody listened to him. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he sent them al-azab al-alim. He turned upside down their land, and he threw over them flames and stone over their heads. It was a big disaster, and the only to be saved is Nabi Lut alayhi salam with his 2 daughters from that big disaster. So this is about the lake, about this salty lake, Dead Sea. Now we will start to climb up the mountains again, and to go to the shop that we left, or you left your luggage, in order to take the luggage. And also if you want to do shopping, especially Dead Sea products, you can do. Also we'll have, they will invite us for a cup of tea, and you can use the washrooms. So 4 in 1, I can say, for this stop, 4 in 1. Then after that we continue to your hotel, inshallah. If you have any question, if you want to ask any question, please, I'm ready to answer you. Any question?
Soalan?
Now you will see also beside the road.
Tidur. Dia pretty tired. Tak ban ke lu.
Good chance, Saifullah. I know 90% they are sleeping. But I will give quiz tomorrow.
Ah.
There will be award. I will ask one question, who answers, take award. You will see now to the side of the road, there is like a different kind of vegetables and fruits. All is product of Jordan Valley, of this valley. All coming from fresh from this valley. Different kind, you will see later on, beside the road there's like different kind of vegetables and fruits. As you can see, it is not flat city. There's mountains, hills, valleys. You go down, you climb up. So it is beautiful that you have different landscape. You see the city from different spots, different view. We said yesterday that the population of the city, how many people are living in Amman city?
4 million.
Anybody remember? Or you were sleeping yesterday? 4 million people are the population of Amman city. From total population of Jordan, 10.5 million people. So the traffic is easy, smooth, is going to the right, one of the best anti-cancer centers. It is the 5th all over the world, and the 1st in the Middle East. To the right also this high building or this big building, Jordan Hospital, Jordan University Hospital. The whole area to the right is the first university established in Jordan in 1962. Many students, about 90,000 students in this university. Among them also there is a lot of Malaysian students. Total Malaysian students in Jordan are 3,200 students. So plenty of Malaysian students are studying in Jordan different universities. This university, one of them, the Jordan University, Techno University in Elbit, Yarmouk also University in Elbit, Rashmiya University, MUUTAWWIF University, where my friend SAIFULLAH has been graduated from there, eating a lot of lamb meat, because they like mansaf in that area, and mansaf is made from lamb meat and rice and yogurt. Later on, SAIFULLAH will tell you about the taste of this food. Also, this mosque to the right is the mosque of the university, and here is the end of the land of the university. So middle class people, they live here mainly in apartments, not houses.
مش معروف بأي مكان من هذا القبر، هل هو هنا أم هنا أم هناك؟ يطال القبر حتى يخرج هذا البناء عمره 600 عام من عصر المماليك. 600. اهلا وسهلا، حياكم الله. ناصر التميمي امام المسجد في فلسطين، اللي بيرغب يصور يصور، بيرغب يتصدق يتصدق. دعاء للشيخ ونختم بدعاء. طيب قبلها هكذا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا وأنت راض عنا. اللهم ارحمنا فوق الأرض وتحت الأرض ويوم العرض عليك يا رحمن يا رحيم. اللهم نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى. اللهم فرج كربنا واستر عيبنا وارحم موتانا وشافي مرضانا واقض حوائجنا واجمعنا مع النبيين والصديقين والصالحين والشهداء. اللهم آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم احفظنا واحفظ أزواجنا وأولادنا واجعل ذريتنا ذرية صالحة يا رب العالمين. اللهم حرر لنا المجد الأقصى وفلسطين وانصر المجاهدين في سبيلك في فلسطين. اللهم احفظ بلدنا وبلاد المسلمين المسلمين، واحقن دماء المسلمين، وانصر الإسلام والمسلمين، واهلك ودمر كل من تآمر على ديننا وأهل ديننا يا رب العالمين. اللهم لا ترفع لليهود راية ولا تحقق لهم غاية، واجعلهم عبرة وآية يا رب العالمين. اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا وقلبا خاشعا ولسانا ذاكرا ورزقا واسعا يا رب العالمين. اللهم يا مقلب القلوب والأبصار صرف قلوبنا على طاعتك. اللهم طهر قلوبنا من النفاق وأعمالنا من الرياء. اللهم آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم ارحمنا وارحم والدينا ووالد والدينا يا رحمن يا رحيم. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيد المرسلين محمد وعلى آله وصحبه والحمد لله رب العالمين.
جزاك الله خير. So we continue our way to Makkah Madinah. We need almost around 30 minutes to reach. Enjoy the view to the Jordan Valley to the right always. And see how much we have high. We are approximately 1,000 meters above sea level. So the name of this city is Asant. Asant. So enjoy the view for a few minutes and then we'll continue.
Ambil gambar dalam bas. Dia lebih kurang kencang highline ya. الله يتكلم ملايوية كويس.
بس البوم
Could you close here, please? I will answer you. It's mentioned in 33 places in the world. But Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned one cave in the Quran and give us some marks, some alama about the correct cave. The name of this area Al-Raqim, and it's mentioned in the Quran. At us there is a masjid, and only this one have a masjid. Here there is 70 graves. Abdullah ibn Abbas, cousin of Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam, he said, I am one from few people know the number. They were Tuju, Uran, Satu and Jin. Qibla, it was oriented to BAITULMAQDIS.
They claim to have their own sleepers, 7 sleepers inside the cave also.
No, there is no 70 graves. It's 200 graves in Turkey. 200, yeah. Qibla, it was oriented
They claim to have the same grave for the 7 sleepers.
Huh?
They claim to have this kind of cave also for 7 sleepers.
In Turkey?
In Turkey.
There is 4 places, but inside the cave there are 200 graves, not 7. Qibla, it was oriented to BAITULMAQDIS. Here the sun at the right and here the left. Inside the cave there is some inscription in Arabic, in Kufi, in Latini language. It means this is the cave of 7 sleepers. Jumhur al-Ulama and UNESCO, they prove this is the cave of 7 sleepers. Wallah.
Thank you.
Tu airport kita. Boleh jumpa nak, tak salah. Dah ada sini ya? Ada? Okey. Tak lepas jumpa kat hotel je lah. Jumpa kat sini. Okey dah tu. Bon voyage.
Dia telefon. Dia masa makan dengan lagi tadi.
Sama.
Okey, masuk.
الآتية لكم. ونوخي الحذر عند فتح الخزائن العلوية نظرا لاحتمال زحف محتوياتها أثناء الرحلة. يمنع وضع الحقائب عند مخارج الطوارئ أو في الممرات. لأسباب تتعلق بالسلامة يمنع استعمال الأجهزة الإلكترونية خلال مسير الطائرة أو الإقلاع والهبوط. يمنع استعمال أجهزة الهاتف الخلوية وأجهزة الاتصال اللاسلكية في أي وقت خلال الرحلة. بإمكانكم استخدام أجهزة الكمبيوتر المحمول وأجهزة تشغيل الأقراص المنتجة عن الإقلاع. يجب أحزمة المقاعد خلال الإقلاع والهبوط، وإبقاء أحزمة المقاعد مفتوحة دون احتياج طوال الرحلة. المقاعد المخصصة للأطفال والتي سيقوم أفراد الطاقم بتوزيعها خلال الإقلاع والهبوط. تأكدوا من وضع المقاعد في الوضع العمودي وإغلاق الإطار العام مع إبقاء ستائر النافذة بجانبكم
عندنا ساعة ونص. ساعة ونص من
التدخين داخل دورات المياه سوف تفعل أجهزة الإنذار. في حالة انخفاض الضغط في كابينة الطائرة سحب القناع الأقرب مما يفعل سريان الأكسجين. حول الرأس مع الرجلات والفم والتنفس الطبيعية القناعية مساعدة من بحاجة لذلك. في حالة الاضطراري يرجى اتخاذ وضع الانحناء في حالة إخلاء الطائرة سترشدكم الإدارة الأرضية إلى أقرب مخرج طوارئ. تحديد المخرج الأقرب إليك الآن. مخارج الطوارئ موزعة على جميع الطائرة كما هو موضح على الشاشة وعلى نقاط تعليمات السلامة. في حالة الاضطرار على الناس سيتم استخدام الزجاجات المفتوحة على المخارج وقوام الزجاج. فتحة الزجاج موجودة تحت المقعد أو تحت المقاعد عندما يطلب منكم تمسك مكانها. الرأس عبر الفتحة العليا.
देखिए ये बड़ा वाला लीजिए आप।
ये सामने जो आया मैं वो दिया उसी में।
Okey.
Lemon. Lemon.
Wah, ada.
Oh,
okey. Oh, bimi belasah.
Kerana peperangan di luar adalah merupakan peperangan agama. Kalau peperangan di dalam bandar adalah merupakan peperangan mempertahankan harta. Ini sikap orang Yahudi dengan orang munafik. Tapi mereka tak lahir kepada Rasulullah. Jadi pada hari Jumaat, setelah sembahyang Jumaat, Rasulullah memberi khutbah yang sangat panjang berkenaan dengan peperangan. Maka Rasulullah pun hampir waktu asar kalau tak salah, dia telah memakai pakaian peperangan. Dan bila pakai apa semua cukup, dia pun turunlah ke bawah, di mana para sahabat sudah menanti. Orang-orang muda nampaknya terkejut apabila Rasulullah SAW telah memakai pakaian peperangan, dengan topi besinya, dengan pedangnya. Maka mereka merayu Rasulullah. Kami setuju dengan pendapat awal Rasulullah mengatakan kita lebih baik berperang di dalam bandar sajalah, tak payah keluar berperang di luar, di Uhud. Nabi kata tak boleh. Nabi apabila dia mempertahankan agama, dia sudah memakai pakaian peperangan, dia tidak akan mundur dan tidak akan menyalahi persetujuan yang telah dibuat. Kita akan teruskan peperangan. Maka mereka pun bertolaklah kemari. Bila bertolak berjalan hampir sejam setengah, maka satu penipuan telah berlaku, di mana kumpulan orang Yahudi dan munafik seramai 300 orang, bila berdepan saja dengan musuh di kawasan inilah, atau depan sikit, mereka telah menarik diri. Dan musuh tahulah kekuatan orang Islam 1,300 dah mengundurkan diri, tinggal 700, jadi menjatuhkan imej dan juga moral kepada tentera Islam. Maka Rasulullah berdoa dalam hati, inilah betapa kerja orang munafik dengan Yahudi ini. Mereka alasan mereka kerana mengapa tidak berperang saja di dalam bandar, baru betul-betul kita menjaga harta benda kita. Ini berperang agama nampaknya di sini. Jadi orang Yahudi tak sukalah peperangan atas nama agama. Maka Rasulullah terus. Rasulullah apabila tengok orang tu bergenjak saja, Rasulullah memecahkan pasukan kepada tiga ya. Empat sebenarnya. 3 tu yang barisan hadapan. Yang sebelah kanan dibagi pada orang Aus dan orang Aus, kiri orang Khazraj. Dan di tengah-tengah ialah kumpulan muhajirin yang merentas masuk, di mana di hadapan mereka adalah musuh Islam Quraisy. Jadi yang kiri kanan itu tunggu saja, apabila dilanyak oleh barisan hadapan baru mereka batu. Dan satu kumpulan yang keempat, Rasulullah telah memilih Abdullah bin Jabir. Dia mengetuai 50 orang pemanah, disuruh tunggu di atas Jabal Rumah. Nanti kita akan tengok Jabal Rumah, kita akan naik dan kita akan berdoa di sana. Jadi bila naik itu, Nabi berpesan, sekiranya kita kalah atau menang, Orang yang naik ke Jabal Rumah ini, Jabal Rumah ni artinya Jabal Panah ya. Rumah tu artinya panah. Orang yang berada di 50 orang di Jabal Rumah, tolong jangan turun walaupun kita menang. Jangan sekali-kali. Jadi apabila dah jadi macam tu, mereka pun menyerah masuk. Memanglah orang Quraisy dah menunggu. Maka Rasulullah SAW di atas untanya mengatakan, siapa di antara anda ini yang ingin memiliki pedang aku untuk menghentam musuh? Dengan satu syarat, apabila berdepan dengan tu, hantam sekali saja, bagi mati terus. Itu kali yang pertama, itu syarat Rasulullah. Maka Sayyidina Abu Bakar masuk. Sayyidina Abu Bakar masuk, Nabi kata tak boleh. Dengan si keadaan Abu Bakar yang lemah lembut begini, tak boleh. Umar masuk. Umar pun Rasulullah kata tak boleh. Sebabnya Umar ini patut menjadi pengiring kehebatan, kegarangan mereka menggegarkan hati musuh. Jadi kalau dia tinggal Rasulullah nanti, banyak kaedah peperangan ataupun taktik peperangan akan kucak-kacir. Dalam keadaan itu tiba-tiba muncul Abu Dujanah. Abu Dujanah muncul, dia berjalan dengan keadaan lagak lah depan Rasulullah. Dia kata, ya Rasulullah, kalau itu janji Rasulullah, sayalah yang akan memegang pedang ini. Maka Rasulullah tengok lagak dia, setuju bagi. Bila bagi, dia jalan melenggang-lenggok, jalan mengentak-ngentak, jalan cara sombong. Maka Nabi berkata, ada hadis dia, Nabi kata dalam Islam sombong macam ni amat tidak disukai oleh Allah. Tetapi atas nama peperangan, inilah lagak yang disukai. Nabi pun bagi, tengok Abu Dujanah, memang Abu Dujanah pergi saja berdepan dengan siapa yang memegang bendera, dia terus menetap seperti yang Rasulullah kata tadi. Dalam pertikaian peperangan ini, dia dapat memutuskan kaki orang yang pegang bendera lalu jatuh. Orang lain datang sambar pula, Sayyidina Ali pula sapu pula kawan tu. Jadi peperangan terjadi dengan begitu hebat, hingga sampai orang Quraisy ni nampak 6 orang dia sudah tewas. Orang besar-besar hebat-hebat yang duduk di muka depan. Maka mereka mengundurkan diri. Jadi dalam masa mengundurkan diri itu, tinggallah banyak. Waktu itu Hindun bersama dengan 17 orang wanita memukul gendang dan menyanyi lagu patriot untuk menaikkan imej orang ni. Namun apabila peperangan berlaku hampir sangat dengan perempuan, sampai Sayyidina Ali besar geram nak tetak saja Hindun, isteri Abu Sufyan ini. Tetapi dia ingat pesanan Rasulullah, jangan berperang dengan perempuan apatah lagi tak senjata. Lalu dihalaunya dengan melibaskan pedangnya, lari habis orang perempuan ni, meninggalkan banyak barang-barang dengan gendang dia lah, dengan ada yang barang emas pun ada banyak tombak-tombak ada lari. Maka kalahlah orang Quraisy peringkat pertama. Dipendekkan cerita pasal kita ada nak sampai dekat dah, atas penjara rumah orang sedang berdoa tu. Okey. Ini tolong jangan naik Jabal Rumah, jangan jadi macam Jabal Rahmah ya. Nanti naik atas Jabal Rumah minta, yalah tuan aku nak nikah satu lagi di Jabal Rumah. Kalau nikah esok jadi berperang ya, sebab ini Jabal peperangan. Jangan. Jadi kak suruhlah suami masih minta di atas tu, balik esok berperang. Okey. Jadi orang-orang 50 orang tadi, sebahagian setengah daripadanya tengok orang duk kutip kata pasal perang, mereka pun turun mengutipnya. Bila turun mengutip, rupanya Ikrimah bin Abu Jahal dengan Khalid bin Walid yang mengetuai kavalri 200 ekor kuda, tengok agak lapang di atas bukit Jabal Rumah, mereka dah serang daripada belakang. Bila mereka serang daripada belakang, inilah padah yang diterima oleh oleh umat Islam. Satu, tak ingkar perintah Rasulullah, jangan tinggalkan bukit ini, dan jangan teringin sangat nak kutip harta orang pasal perang. Lalu mereka kejar ke betul-betul daripada atas, dan orang Quraisy yang kiri kanan yang lari tadi terekam masuk balik, hantam barisan kiri dan kanan. Dan orang yang berdepan dengan Quraisy itu tak boleh buat apa-apa, terpaksa menghadapinya. Ditokok pula dengan satu helah yang dilakukan oleh Hindun. Dia upah seorang yang bernama Wahsy, tolong balingkan lembing kena pada Hamzah, kerana Hamzah telah membunuh bapaknya Utbah dalam peperangan Badar. Maka dalam kelang kabut macam itu, dekat nak maghrib, sama-sama nak gelap, si Wahsy tadi telah membaling lembingnya kena di belakang di belakang Hamzah, terus sampai ke bahagian depan. Setengah kata dia hantam daripada dada sampai ke punggung. Mati kat situ. Bila jatuh waktu maghrib tu, Indon datang, ambil pisau bengkok dia, lalu memotong telinga dari hidung Hamzah dan membelah dada, menggigit-gigit dada tinggal kat situ. Artinya, dan Rasulullah sendiri pun telah dibaling batu, pecah muka dia, dan banyaklah kelakabut lah malam itu, peperangan tu. Akhirnya apabila sampai agak tengah malam, Quraisy pun merasa lega sebab dia dapat membunuh beberapa orang. Kalau tak salah, dia bunuh waktu itu dalam peperangan tu hampir 70 orang lah yang mati. Kalau tengok dalam cerita tu lah 80 orang, 70 termasuk Hamzah. Jadi mereka pun terus cabut lari. Bila cabut lari, Rasulullah telah diselamatkan oleh para sahabat naik atas bukit tu. Lalu mereka bersembunyi di gua Uhud ya. Di depan kita ada gua Uhud. Jadi saya dah pernah naik, bawa isteri saya naik gua Uhud. Di sana masih berbau wangi sampai sekarang. Darah-darah para syuhada ada kat situ, ya, tumpah kat situ. Dengan Rasulullah SAW pada situ. 7 ketul batu, 7 para sahabat mengiringi Rasulullah. Tapi sayang sekarang ni tak boleh pergi melawat dah. Tempat ni ujung ni, tempat tangan saya tunjuk tu, celah tu ada satu gua. Di situlah tempat Rasulullah bersembunyi.
لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
tabung haji sebelah kiri kita tu. Di sinilah kami kadang duduk di tempat kita tadi ni. Saya kena berjalan kaki atau naik taksi. Mari mesyuarat kat sini. Tu. Ni bangunan yang satu lagi ni yang tengah. Ni yang tabung haji ni, Taha tu. Tu tabung haji. Jadi orang besar-besar apa mari di sinilah, menteri ke apa semua mari sini. Bayangkan di sinilah mereka pergi semayang di masjid. Masjidnya di sana tu. Sejauh lebih kurang 800 meter. Ni yang bangunan ni, tempat tinggal ni. Dia ada 3 maktab kat sini. Jadi 3 maktab ni duduk dekat lah. Jadi siapa nak ambil kesempatan ambil gambar di jauh-jauh ni, inilah masa dia. Ambillah gambar. Tapi kelabu sikit sebab ribut.
Oh, lepas. Oh. Oh. Haji break emergency. Okey. Pusing sekali. Pusing. Tak belakang.
مطار الملك علي الدولي في عمان. التوقيت المحلي يشير إلى تمام الساعة 1:37 بعد منتصف الليل، ودرجة الحرارة الخارجية هي 10 درجات مئوية. نرجو من حضراتكم البقاء جالسين في أماكنكم إلى أن تتوقف محركات الطائرة نهائيا وتزال إشارة ربط أحزمة المقاعد. نود أن ننتهز هذه الفرصة ضيوفنا الأكارم لنشكركم على اختياركم الملكية الأردنية وتحالف OneWorld. طيب الإقامة لكم في الأردن، سعدنا بخدمتكم. شكرا ورفقتكم السلام دائما. بالنسبة للمسافرين ترانزيت والذين لديهم رحلات إلى محطات أخرى، رجاء التوجه إلى مكتب الترانزيت حيث سيقوم أفراد الطاقم الأرضي بمساعدتكم. ونذكركم أيضا ضيوفنا الكرام بأن مطار الملك علي الدولي مطار خال من التدخين، وبإمكانكم تدخين فقط في الأماكن المخصصة لذلك. شكرا. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to HAJI Kingdom of Jordan. Local time is 38 minutes past 1 a.m. and the outside temperature is 10 degrees Celsius. You are kindly requested to remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. We would like to take this opportunity to thank you for choosing Royal Jordanian and the OneWorld Alliance. Wishing you a pleasant stay in Jordan. It was a great pleasure serving you. Thank you and goodbye. For all transit passengers who has a connecting flight to other destinations, you are kindly requested to pass by the transit counter, which all ground staff will be very pleased to assist you. We'd like to remind you, dear guests, that Queen Ali International Airport is a smoke-free airport and you can smoke only in the designated rooms. Thank you for your cooperation.